my friends, it is week 30 of our homeschool journey this year. So last week I started actually my first one for vlogging for the whole year, but hopefully I can do a better job getting into it. So we're at week 30, which is kind of crazy. It feels crazy for us. We're doing classical conversations, so I think I actually have had the hardest time keeping up with foundations and essentials with directing challenge. So I wish I could tell you what week we're doing in foundations, but I don't have any idea, which has been kind of a problem. And I didn't realize, like, I don't know, I hate to say, I don't know what kind of detriment it was, but it really has been rough. And I have to say, so here's my confessional, which a partial confessional. This is how far I've gotten it in my mind as I've chewed on this. I have to say, directing challenge this year has given us our best year. Okay, number one, this was our first year doing CC, and this has been our best year that we've had homeschooling yet. There's certain things I still miss about the years gone by in the past, but this has been our best year. And in saying that, we cannot do it like this ever again. There's just no way. So my challenge, our foundations is not a drop-off program. You're supposed to be there with your kids. But because I'm directing challenge A, it felt like a drop-off program for my foundation kids. I have no idea. My kids are in three different classrooms. Well, my 3 are in different classrooms. And their teachers sometimes send me video clips and kind of keep me in the loop. But for the most part, if nobody does that, I have no idea what is going on at all. The only thing I've done is copy work, and of our history sentence, we've been doing the timeline songs. We'll do our work on the app. We use the big tablet for doing the weekly exercises to get them in our memory, but we have really kept it very simple. Not intentionally, because that's not my style. I totally overcomplicate it, but I've had no time to pour into my kids. So I would say this year my kids have done phenomenal. They've learned so much without me, which isn't a bad thing. This is kind of a neat opportunity, but it's not really the way I wanted to do my homeschool, if you know what I mean. And I haven't given a lot of time to my kids because I've been challenging. I've been a challenge director. It has been challenging. So with that said, after my first year of doing CC directing, I am not directing CC again. Nope. Nope. So yeah, let me talk a little bit more about that. But hey, check out what we did this week. I'm really excited. I think this was just a really fun thing to do. And I'm like, we should totally do this as a PE. We counted our PE this week. Here it is. Wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool? I really enjoyed doing that. That was such a neat thing to get to do with my daughter for her birthday 6 months later. But we finally got there and we just had a blast. Okay, so some of the things I've been debating on for next year. And this year we have done for kindergarten the K2 program for Christian Light Education. This is a great curriculum. And I'm not trying to do a curriculum review, but it might feel like it this week. This has been a great curriculum, except for one major factor, me. So as you can tell, we are still in book 1. We're in book 1. We've done other activities up into here, but we're still in book 1. And it has a lot to do with sometimes I'm just mentally drained to sit down and do. This is not hard stuff, but to sit down and do it with him, it's been mentally draining. So put the color on the words that need to be yellow. Did you get them all?
Yes.
Show me which ones.
That one, that one, that one.
this is the activity book, and then here is the workbook. So in the workbook, we are covering, D, S, M, and then A and F. So we still have A and F to do. And we sometimes take 2 days on these if he's not having the attention span, or sometimes we take 1 day. We're probably a little bit past this, but we're just kind of slowly working through it. So he works on these 2 things. This is my kindergartner. And I have an old rating tablet, and we just picked up where he left off because he doesn't want to do the copy work, which the copy work is too above him. Out the pages and have him practice it. I have to say, I'm really I think he's cleaning up really well in his cursive. So we've been using K4. So with that said, moving on into the future, I've actually been debating about moving to K5 Abeka. Why Abeka? I haven't like picked up an Abeka in forever. Not since the beginning. And it overwhelmed me. Abeka very much overwhelmed me. But one of my thoughts were with the Abeka is they now do flex video. So you can pay for 1 hour of instruction or 10 hours of instruction, and you can go anywhere in the Abeka curriculum and watch a video. Well, I'm thinking that could be very helpful. I'm not entirely sure. I went ahead and I ordered the Abeka K5 through Christian Book Distributors, so that is coming. And I bought the whole kind of basic K5 program, just the phonics and the math. And then I've got the teacher's book coming with that. And I'm hoping to do the phonetics. Yeah, the phonetics. And I can get the instruction. Now, I know it's advanced, and I feel like really if we finished this program, we would then go to K5, because I feel like Abeka's a year ahead. But have any of you guys done that? I'm just tired, and I know I'm tired, and I'm a little bit at the point I would like a few autopilot subjects in my life that we can just watch the video, not for their entire curriculum, but just for a small portion of their curriculum. And I'm giving it a little bit of a test run. So next year, so we have like 5 weeks, 6 weeks left. We have 5 weeks left of CC, which is, I can't even begin to tell you kind of how excited I am to be kind of a relief from that. And then we get our break. But I've been going through planning out next year. And next year I've decided I am not keeping my kids in Challenge. I really enjoy Challenge A. I like the level and the intensity that it sets you off, and I feel like it's great, but I want to have some more of my own freedom with them. So I'm kind of coming up with an alternative to Challenge, and it's really neat. I've actually found a Facebook group that's called like an alternative to CC Challenge, where a lot of people talk a lot of different ideas. So I've been like playing with curriculum as I'm working through figuring out how we're going to do an alternative to Challenge. I love the classical method. I absolutely love it. I knew I liked it, but I didn't understand how to apply it until doing classical conversations. And getting that experience has been phenomenal. I could not duplicate, do better. It's worth the money to have my kids in community, to have the tutors, to have everything laid out for me. It is so worth sticking to foundations. It is worth sticking to essentials. I'm so excited. I like the way that they do essentials. And I can't wait to sit in essentials to really soak it up. I love it. I think it's fantastic. So we're sticking with essentials this year. But for my older kids, I'm looking for more. I like the way Challenge is set up. I love the guidebook. But I need it to be in the path we're going to. I like the method, but I need our path. So I have been looking at customizing kind of a definite plan. I've looked at so many different things, and then I realized so many different types of curriculums, and I could piece all these amazing things together. But I realized I can't do that for every topic because it gets to be overwhelming for me. And there's not enough of me. So, but I also like the idea of bringing things in to enrich. So I've been going through and preparing for cycle 2 is medieval times. And my goal on medieval times for next year is we will all study the same thing or the same topics, but we will take them at different levels is the plan. And coming up with how I am going to do that, number one, we're going to follow CC. We're going to follow cycle 2. My older kids are going to do the memory work along with my little kids. I'm going to bring in games that I'll go along with medieval. I want to bring some of the fun back in, or in for once, of being a little bit hands-on as we work through this memory rote system. And then I also need to bring in the level for my middle schooler and now 9th grader. So I plan to do that through almost a Charlotte Mason style of getting to go and have those book experiences. But I'm going to tell you, when I've looked at high school or middle school level, I'm finding I want a middle school level. I'm actually finding on all things, even as we're going into high school, is I want to have a middle school, or not even middle school, logic level as our baseline, and then I want to enrich it with, and being able to enrich it with more. Instead of trying to buy a 9th grade high school level box textbook set, I don't want that. She doesn't want that. I don't want that. But at the same time, I want to maintain that level of you are memorizing, you are drawing, you are writing papers. I want that still freedom in the study. But then I want to be able to bring in more things. So I'm still figuring this out as I go. I would say I'm definitely on the crossroads of sticking with Christian Light or going with Abeka. The only reason I want to do Abeka is because of the Flex videos, but I really like Christian Light education. Tell me what you think. Have you had any experiences doing this? They're all coming in. Have you had experiences doing this? I want to hear your thought process on this. I'm loving the classical model. You need to take your boots outside. You should not have your shoes in the house, because that's life. Have you looked into the classical model and come up with some alternatives of your own? So I really say give her a thumbs up.
Thumb up, not down.
Thumbs up.
Thumb up.
Not down. All right.
You do it this way.
No.
Do that.
Make it go that way? Okay,
Yeah.
I think that sounds like a plan. But tell me what your thoughts are as, I mean, it's that time. It's spring. Time to start laying everything out. I plan to begin making purchases. I don't want to wait until the homeschool convention for us in May. Oh, yeah. Tell me if you're going to... Tell me if you're going to go to the FPA convention. I'd love to come see you. I don't want to wait until then, but at the same time, I want to do it on a budget. I want to do it on a budget, and I want to see if I can get some good deals. I've been shopping between Amazon, christianbooks.com, and then the actual publisher, and just figuring out a way that I can get it there. So anyways, I'm going to talk to you later. I really appreciate you sticking around and coming to see our homeschool week 30 as we're ending it. But I will talk to you later. Remember, if I could do it, you can do it. We can do it.